10 borders you can cross without knowing. Have you ever walked from one country to another without even realizing it? Which nations hide invisible lines that everyone ignores? Could you be living next to a foreign land right now without knowing? Today, we're uncovering borders that vanish before your eyes and the secrets behind them. Don't miss a single one. Subscribe now and join the journey. Number 10. Sweden-Norway, Morokulien Peace Park. In the heart of Scandinavia lies a park that feels more like a friendly handshake than a border. Morokulien Peace Park straddles Sweden and Norway, letting you literally stand in two countries at once. One foot in Sweden, one in Norway. It's that simple. Flags wave gently in the breeze, lawns stretch uninterrupted, and there's not a fence in sight. What makes this place truly special is how daily life flows across the line. People shop, meet friends, and even attend small events without worrying about which country they are technically in. Local stores accept both Norwegian kroner and Swedish kroner, and families often have members living on opposite sides. Number 9. Austria-Slovakia, between Vienna and Bratislava. If you drive from Vienna to Bratislava, you might not even notice that you've crossed into a new country. Just an hour separates these capitals, and the roads connecting them blur the line entirely. There are no border guards, no stamps on passports, just a small sign saying you're entering Slovakia. Many people commute daily for work, business meetings, or shopping, creating a rhythm where neighbors become colleagues and strangers feel like friends. Cafes, markets, and even small cultural events often see Austrians and Slovaks mingling freely. The convenience of open borders here transforms the entire area into a single buzzing community where crossing into a new country feels more like stepping into a different neighborhood than leaving one country for another. Number 8. Germany-Denmark, Flensburg to Padborg. The highway connecting Germany and Denmark is a perfect example of how borders can disappear when people cooperate. Drive along the route from Flensburg to Padborg, and you'll see only subtle hints that you're entering a new country, maybe a sign or a slightly different language on a billboard. Rest stops, gas stations, and shops cater to both German and Danish visitors, often displaying prices in euros and kroner side by side. Local families sometimes speak both languages fluently, and kids grow up attending schools across the line. Shoppers often cross for bargains, and small businesses thrive on the easy movement of customers. Number 7. Italy-Switzerland, Campione d'Italia. Nestled within Switzerland lies a curious little anomaly, Campione d'Italia. Though it is technically Italian, the town functions almost entirely on Swiss terms. Locals use Swiss francs, rely on Swiss utilities, and even send their children to schools across the border. The Italian flag flutters proudly, yet everyday life is guided more by Swiss rules than Italian ones. Residents shop, work, and socialize in Switzerland, blending the two countries in ways that feel natural. Visitors are often surprised to discover that they've crossed into Italy without realizing it, because everything around them, language, money, and services, feels Swiss. It's a charming reminder that borders can exist on maps, while daily life effortlessly ignores them. Number 6. Finland-Sweden, Tornio and Haparanda. Tornio and Haparanda are twin towns separated by a quiet river, yet they function as a single community in almost every way. Families often have members on both sides, and dual citizenship is common. Crossing the bridge that connects the towns feels more like a stroll through your neighborhood than a border crossing. Bilingual signs guide residents and visitors alike, while shops, schools, and public services operate for both communities simultaneously. People cross for work, leisure, and social events without ever thinking twice about which country they are in. The connection is so seamless that locals often joke that you could live in one country, work in another, and not even notice. Here, the border is more symbolic than practical, emphasizing harmony over division. Number 5. France-Switzerland, Geneva and its outskirts. Geneva is famous for its international flavor, and its border with France is a perfect reflection of that. The roads around the city zigzag in complex patterns, sometimes crossing back and forth multiple times in a single drive. Around 100,000 commuters cross daily without stopping, linking the Swiss city with French suburbs in a constant flow. The airport itself connects directly to France, making international travel effortless. Banks, offices, and shops cater to people from both countries, and social life naturally spills across the border. The effect is almost magical. One moment you are in Switzerland, the next in France, and the transition is so smooth that it feels like the city and its neighbors share one heartbeat. Number 4. Netherlands, Germany, Kerkrade and Herzogenrath. Some borders are literally drawn down the middle of a street, and the line between Kerkrade in the Netherlands and Herzogenrath in Germany is one of them. You can cross from one side to the other in seconds, moving between homes, shops, and cafes with barely a thought. Schengen rules mean there are no checkpoints, no stamps, nothing to slow you down. Public transport, schools, and municipal services often serve both communities, making life feel like a single, continuous town. Residents chat with neighbors, cross for groceries, and participate in shared cultural events, all without noticing they've stepped into another country. It's a living example of how borders can be practical lines on a map, rather than obstacles in daily life. Number 3. Czech Republic, Germany, Bohemian and Bavarian forests. Once a strict dividing line during the Cold War, the border through the Bohemian and Bavarian forests now disappears into nature. Hikers wander freely across the lush woods, following trails that were once patrolled by guards. Wildlife roams without regard for maps, and the forests operate as a single ecosystem where borders have no meaning. For those exploring the area, it feels more like a national park than a crossing point between two countries. The absence of fences or formal checkpoints encourages people to enjoy the outdoors without interruption, reflecting a larger truth. Human-made boundaries cannot contain nature, and healing after political division can transform a once-closed region into a space of shared beauty. Number 2. United States, Canada, Thousand Islands. The Thousand Islands region along the St. Lawrence River offers one of the most fascinating examples of a hidden border. Spread across roughly 1,800 islands, the boundary between the United States and Canada winds sinuously through backyards and waterways. There are no fences or walls. Instead, locals rely on mutual respect and shared waterways. Residents often own property on both sides, and boats provide a daily, informal means of crossing. Fishing, swimming, and sightseeing take place as naturally on one side as the other, creating a rhythm of life that doesn't feel interrupted by national lines. Here, the border is real on paper, but virtually invisible in practice, showing that trust and cooperation can replace barriers in the most scenic ways. Number 1. France-Monaco, Riviera flow. At the top of the list is the tiny yet iconic border between France and Monaco. Walking along the Riviera, it is easy to miss where one ends and the other begins. Commuters flood daily into Monaco from surrounding French towns without stopping at checkpoints. Trains, buses, and cars move seamlessly between the two, blending work, leisure, and tourism into one continuous experience. Monaco may have its own government and flag, but in daily life, it merges into France so completely that you could live in one and work in the other without ever feeling the divide. This border exemplifies how sovereignty and partnership can coexist perfectly, making it possible to cross an international line as effortlessly as stepping across the street.